Hello and welcome back to SSBCrack exams. I am Anuradha, and in this particular session, I have brought for you the notification for NCC 52 Special Entry Scheme. So in this session, we will look into the eligibility criteria, we'll know in detail about what is this entry scheme all about, and we will also know how you can apply for this NCC 52 Special Entry Scheme. So let's start with first of all about NCC 52 Special Entry Scheme notification, which has been published by the Indian Army for the course which is going to commence at the OTA Chennai. So NCC Special Entry is a short service commission entry for the NCC Cadets, through which both male and female NCC Cadets can join the Officers Training Academy in Chennai. So the Indian Army has already opened the online registration, which has already begun for the NCC 52 Special Entry Scheme from 15th of March 2022, and it will continue till 13th of April 2022. The candidates with NCC C Certificate only can apply for the NCC 52 course, which is going to commence at OTA Chennai in October 2022. So if you are an NCC C Certificate holder and if you really want to apply for this particular NCC 52 Special Entry Scheme, you can start applying from 15th of March and it will be continuing till 13th of April 2022. Now the question may arise, who can apply for NCC 52 Special Entry Scheme? So first of all, you should be a defense aspirant who has an NCC C Certificate to apply for this entry. And second of all, you should be an unmarried male or an unmarried female, or you can also be a ward of battle casualties of army personnel for the grant of short service commission in the Indian Army can apply for NCC 52 Special Entry Scheme. Talking about the vacancies for NCC 52 Special Entry Scheme, for NCC men, there are tentatively 50 vacancies available, and for NCC women cadets, there are tentatively 5 vacancies available. So in total, there are 55 vacancies ready to be filled up for the NCC 52 Special Entry Scheme in the Indian Army. However, these vacancies are subjected to change. So please make sure that you are looking into and keeping an eye on the official notification which will be published by the Indian Army regarding the vacancies for this particular entry scheme. Now, talking about the eligibility criteria, because this is the first and foremost thing to consider. If you want to apply for the NCC 52 Special Entry Scheme, you should be either a citizen of India or a subject of Nepal, or a person of Indian origin who has migrated from Pakistan, Burma, Sri Lanka and East African countries of Kenya, Uganda, United Republic of Tanzania, Zambia, Malawi, Zaire and Ethiopia and Vietnam with the intention of permanently settling in India, provided that you should belong to categories either 2 and 3 above, and you should be a person in whose favor a certificate of eligibility has been issued by the government of India. However, certificate of eligibility will not be necessary if you are a Gorkha subject of Nepal. Now, we will also look into the age eligibility and educational qualification criteria as well. Now, this is especially for the NCC C Certificate holders, as this entire scheme is all about. So, make sure that NCC C Certificate is the first and foremost eligibility that you already possess. So, your age limit should be between 19 to 25 years as on 1st July 2022. That means you should not born earlier than 2nd July 1997 and not later than 1st July 2003, and your date of birth can be on or in either of these dates as well. Talking about the educational qualification, you should have a degree of a recognized university or equivalent with an aggregate of minimum 50% marks, taking into account marks of all the years. However, if you are a final year student, you are allowed to apply provided that you have secured minimum 50% aggregate marks in the first 2 or 3 years of the 3 or 4 years degree course respectively. You will also need to secure overall aggregate of minimum 50% marks in degree course if selected in interview, failing which your candidature will be cancelled. Now, also about the service in NCC, you should have served a minimum of 2 or 3 academic years as applicable in the senior division or wing of NCC. Only then will your eligibility will be granted for this particular entry. Now, if you are preparing for the SSB interview, and you have to prepare because as you know that the NCC 52 special entry scheme is a direct entry and you need not sit for any written exam, but you have to appear for the SSB interview. It is important for you to perform and give your very best in the SSB interview itself. For that, we have already provided our SSB interview online course inside the app, which you can get a hold of by downloading our SSBCrack exams app from the Google Play Store and getting yourself enrolled into it. In this particular course, you will find the testing procedures of SSB interview, which is held usually from the first day to the 5th day of the SSB interview procedure in full detail, and it has been covered also with full-fledged lectures, PDF study materials, practice sets for your preparation. Not only that, if you are getting yourself enrolled into this SSB interview online course, you can also get a chance to participate in our daily interactive live classes, which help place regularly and also in monthly basis. Now, talking about the eligibility for wards of battle casualties of army personnel, the vacancies under wards of battle casualties are available to wards, basically unmarried sons and unmarried daughters, including legally adopted children of battle casualties who are specified as killed in action, died of wound or injuries other than self-inflicted, wounded or injured other than self-inflicted, and missing. Eligibility criteria for wards of battle casualties of army personnel should be a degree holder of a recognized university or equivalent with aggregate of minimum 50% marks, taking into account marks of all the years. However, for wards of battle casualties of army personnel, NCC C Certificate is not required or not mandatory. So there is a waiver for the NCC C Certificate for wards of battle casualties of army personnel. Now, for wards of battle casualties of army personnel also, there are certain documents which needed to be attached with the application form. So make sure you have these documents available. First of all, you should have a battle casualty certificate number issued by Manpower of Policy and Planning Directorate (MPDTE), certifying that the parent has been killed, wounded or reported missing in action. A copy of MPDTE or respective regimental records Part 2 order number notifying injuries and being classified as battle casualty should also be there with you. You should also have a relationship certificate number issued by MP 5 and 6 or respective regimental records. Now that you have already gone through the educational qualifications, age limit, the different eligibility criteria, then it is now important to know how you can apply for the NCC 52 Special Entry Scheme. For this, you need to visit the official website of the Indian Army, which is www.joinindianarmy.nic.in. Once you go into their official website, you have to click on the officer entry application or login and then click on registration. However, registrations are not required if you're already registered on this particular website. Once you have registered, you have to click on apply online under the dashboard. Then you have to click apply shown against the Short Service Commission NCC Special Entry course. After you have clicked on apply, you have to see a page on which application form will be written. It will open on the screen. You have to read the instructions carefully and click continue to fill details as required under various segments. So now there are certain things also to remember while filling up the application form for the NCC 52 Special Entry Scheme. First of all, you should note that you are appearing for only one of the Service Selection Board interview, either for SSC NT 116 course for October 2022 or NCC or SSC NT Women 30 course for October 2022 as CDSE candidate or NCC Special Entry 52 course October 2022 candidate. Also, if you have passed the graduation degree course, you must produce the provisional or degree certificate by 1st October 2022 to the Director General of Recruiting, failing which your candidature will be cancelled. Also, if you are studying in the final year of graduation, you must submit the proof of your passing the graduation degree exam by 1st October 2022 to the Directorate General of Recruiting, failing which your candidature will be cancelled. So these are very important criteria which you have to keep in your mind if you are a candidate who have passed the graduation degree or in the final year of the graduation, or if you are planning to apply for one of the Service Selection Board interview as specified for different entries. So now that you have known about the NCC 52 Special Entry Scheme in detail, it is important for you to apply. And as you know, the application has already started from 15th of March 2022 and it will continue till 13th of April. So I would suggest you to start applying very fast and not wait for the very last date of the application. Also, you have to go for the SSB interview, which is the most important thing to consider. So after you have applied, please make sure to get yourself enrolled into the SSB interview online course, which we have provided inside our SSBCrack exams app. So download our app today, get yourself enrolled into this particular course and start preparing for your SSB interview. Also, if you are preparing for any other written defense exam, please make sure to check them inside our app itself. Last but not the least is not to forget using the code warrior10 to get an extra 10% off on any of the courses. So that was it from my side. I hope that this session has been quite helpful to you. I will see you next with something more helpful, informative and useful for your upcoming written defense exams as well as for SSB interview. Till then, stay tuned to SSB Crack exams and always stay positive and motivated. Jai Hind.